we spent time on Vancouver Island through the winter months. And initially, I sort of didn't do anything very creative for quite a while. And then I began to do it, and I found it really, really helpful for me as a person to find an outlet to sort of do something positive, to sort of press forward with my work, and it gave me a lot of joy. So it was a good time of creativity a little bit for me. One of the pieces I did was called Holding On. So I think that I was bringing some of those feelings of just holding on while we were going on this crazy kind of time of and lockdowns and things like that. So I realized that in the process, the way I work, that my process is one of sort of deconstructing sort of the image I've created or the painting I've created, and then bringing things back together, bringing the pieces back together in an altered way, and creating a painting that sort of reflects that. So I thought that would be a meaningful title to sort of bring to the show. They're usually made from one large piece. Then I cut it up. I sometimes even go back to old work using old etchings or old prints, and I just have leftover pieces that I cut up, and that bring those elements in, and then I bring the pieces back together. As I say, turn them around, reshuffle them, turn them upside down, see what works, and that's how it goes. So it's kind of a combination of collage and then, of course, mixed media, meaning using different medium, paint or fabric or pen, to apply. I add a lot of texture, I add a lot of line or color to bring it all together, to kind of tie the elements, using color and line and texture as those elements bring it all together. Sometimes I have an idea that I want to sort of bring forward, or some image. It might be a scene or a landscape or something like that. And other times I say, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to use these colors, and I just begin, and I try really hard not to overthink it, because it's really hard sometimes to have the idea and then go forward. Sometimes it's easier to do the reverse. Just begin and have fun with it. So, and see what comes. See what it reminds me of. Sometimes as I paint and the colors I'm using and the shapes that evolve, I can see, this reminds me of those trees, or those flowers that we saw, or something like that, then I move in that direction. I just want to begin. If it doesn't work out, that's why maybe the cutting and bringing it back together allows me that flexibility or something. But anyway, that's just my own way of doing things right now. I'm probably always going to be drawn to some kind of imagery, because I've never really evolved into an abstract painter where it's only abstract. So I try and keep it loose to get that spontaneity, but at the same time, I guess I'm still drawn to having something image-based as well. It's sort of, for me, I guess, it's just something I can latch onto, and hopefully the viewer as well. I do title them, but I don't usually put the title on the work itself, because I think, again, what I might be feeling about the piece, what it tells me, it might be different from what someone else. So I leave it sort of open, although some of them are fairly more obvious, but at the same time, I think it sort of, they have titles, but it can be someone else's thoughts too. I know I pour a lot of time and sort of into each piece, and And everybody takes something different from it. Some of the images that come to my mind may be different than someone else's as they view it, which is good. So I like that idea. I'd like the viewer to have um, a happy feeling. Um, I'm not I'm not creating something terribly profound or message based in my work, but um, I think I want to create some joy for someone to sort of have in their home or to view. And it gives me a lot of joy to create it. For me as an artist, the process is really what's um, the best part. And when it's finished and you move on to something else. But it's that's what I'd like for people to have.